Yo, what's up, guys? It's DPX here. Welcome to another episode of DPX Talks for about an hour. Um, if you haven't listened to the last podcast, go give it a little whirl or something. Each episode I will be, as you may know, doing it with a different guest. Last one was with my friend Slash. This one is with my friend Pattoad.
Hey guys, what's up?
Yeah, hopefully you can hear him. Pattoad, say something else.
I'm very happy to be here with DPX.
Okay, your voice is being recorded. So let's just get right into this. We got sorry about the clicking noises that you may hear, you listeners or viewers, really. But we got some stuff to talk about. Let's talk about Diablo Immortal pisses off fans.
Okay.
So Pattoad, I know you're not too acknowledged about this stuff.
Yeah, I really don't know a lot about it.
Let's give you and the listeners slash viewers the rundown. So Blizzard, this is somewhat old news because I don't know, I've been trying to get more people to do this podcast because I really wanted to talk about this in this podcast, but Blizzard held BlizzCon, their annual convention, and they teased Diablo 4, a very long-awaited game, uh, and uh, and they saved the last announcement for which would probably be the game that would get most people excited. But it was a shitty mobile game, uh, Diablo Immortal, which pissed off a lot of people. And Blizzard's been handling this poorly. They got booed for this after saying it's not. Excuse me. It's not going to be on PC or consoles. They got booed, and then the people on the stage literally said, "Well, you guys don't have phones. You all have phones." It's like, no, that's not how you handle something like this. It's either A, they clearly don't understand what they're doing wrong, or B, they do and they don't just give a shit. And they've been disabling negative comments on the trailer on YouTube. So, what are your thoughts on this, Pattoad? I think it's a huge mess.
Yeah, this really sucks.
Does it say something intelligent about it? Come on. All right. Do you think? Explain why, or why not you think Blizzard is handling this correctly, or do you think Blizzard is handling this correctly, or do you think the fans are somewhat overreacting? I think it's a mix of the two, but you give your reasoning and explain.
Alright, well, I think they should actually maybe release the fourth game.
Yeah, I have a feeling they didn't even start that. If they revealed the fourth game, I don't think it would be much more than maybe even just a logo, or if not, maybe a cinematic trailer. But continue what you were saying. Continue what you were saying. He's not too informed about this. Continue.
I don't know what else I got.
No, you clearly had something to say.
Yeah, probably release the fourth game, and,
They should handle this better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should definitely handle it a lot better. It's a huge mess, though. This is, the amount of dislikes on the video that they have. At one point, no, the real amount of likes is definitely overshadowed by the amount of dislikes. And not only that, it seems like Blizzard was then buying fake likes just to make it so that more people like it, which is not good. You don't do that, especially if you're a corporation like Blizzard. So yeah, that really sucks. And then to make matters even worse, they announced that even more games of their company will be going to mobile. Now that's just bad. What do you have to say about that, Pattoad? They're literally making things worse by that.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They should just probably like think of like better ideas, and not worry about too much of like releasing it on mobile devices.
Yeah, I do think it's a mix of both the fans and Blizzard. Yes, Blizzard should not jump to mobile games, but the fans, like, shut the fuck up. Like, they're saying it's a slap in the face when really it's not a slap in the face. It's more just like, we're just gonna focus on mobile games. You guys don't have phones? Well, neither of them are right in this case, I'd say. I'm not a huge Diablo fan, but I can definitely see how this can be annoying. What about you?
Yeah, I agree.
Alright, moving on from that, we got Bubsy Paws on Fire. Now, I remember being really shocked about Bubsy the Woolly Strikes Back. And it didn't look any different, aside from like the new visuals, didn't look any different from the original Bubsy games. It just looked like a new gen Bubsy game, which is weird to say, motherfucker. And that game was bad, but probably wasn't intended to be so great. But then we got Bubsy Paws on Fire, and that's just like, what the fuck? There's still more Bubsy games. In case you listeners don't know, Bubsy is this failed '90s video game mascot. Who was meant to rival Mario and Sonic on the Super Nintendo and the Genesis, but failed miserably, as I already said, and is a bobcat as well. And I mean, it's just the fact that they're bringing him back again. And what's weird, dare I say, is that this new Bubsy game looks good. It looks like it's like the Bit Trip Runner games, which are really fun. But I have a feeling that they'll find a way to screw it up. What do you think?
Yeah, there's probably gonna be like one point where they're like gonna like make it like really bad.
Yeah, sorry about the background noises. First of all, and yeah, I have a feeling this won't be like terrible, but I mean it's Bubsy. Like no one's gonna even give it a chance. What do you think, Pattoad?
Yeah, I bet not a lot of people are gonna want to like buy it.
Yeah, but I was reading the comments and and people were saying that it looks actually good, which which sort of surprises me a bit. So yeah. Next up we got Smash Smash Smash. Sakurai, the creator of Smash, announces that the 5 DLC fighters for Smash Ultimate are set in stone and are chosen by Nintendo. So what are your thoughts on this, Pattoad?
Well, I'm like very curious to see who the DLC fighters are gonna be. Hopefully, they're good people.
Yeah, Sakurai didn't pick these characters. Nintendo did, so it's probably like promotional characters that you would notice Nintendo pick, like Corrin, the Fire Emblem character that you know, like the character with the fire chainsaw sword, right? In Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah, he uh he was definitely more Nintendo's pick to promote Fire Emblem Fates that was on its way of coming out. The, I have a feeling there'll be more characters like that. Characters that would seem like what Nintendo would pick, of course. Uh, Give me your 5 characters, Pattoad, or at least as much you can think of.
That might be in it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to say maybe a few Sonic characters.
I wouldn't say so. I'd say at the very least like one Sonic character, possibly Tails. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe. I can't. I could imagine Nintendo picking Tails, not Sakurai, but like this is Nintendo, so yeah. I do hope that we get a season 2 down the line. That would be great. But what other characters, Pattoad?
Let's see here. Hmm. Uh. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
I'd say a Square Enix character definitely. If it's Geno, I'm not sure Nintendo would pick Geno. Because you know, like the Geno is a character Sakurai wants to put in. Why he hasn't already is definitely beyond me. But like I can imagine Nintendo definitely including a character from Square Enix, maybe a Dragon Quest character or Sora. Um, I could imagine Banjo Kazooie and Steve from Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Pattoad?
Yeah, I guess so. That would be pretty cool.
Next up we got yeah, Square Enix. Oh boy, Square fucking Enix. They need to get their shit together. They canceled 75. Alright, that's like a third, pretty much, of the remaining DLC for Final Fantasy 15. Now, Final Fantasy 15
Wow.
I found to be a really fun game. Didn't really play it that much, but I think it's a really good game. But Square Enix is definitely, I don't quite know the full story about what's going on there right now, but definitely like some crazy shit's happening because they had to cancel a lot of DLC that they had planned. So, Pattoad, come on. You gotta speak. Pattoad?
Yeah. Hello. What?
You gotta speak, man.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about this, guys. He's never been in a podcast before. So, come on, Pattoad. What you gotta say about that?
I mean, I don't know. I don't understand why they would like cancel like a lot of characters in that game.
I don't think it's characters. I think it's just DLC in general. I'm not too caught up. Um, Pattoad?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about this, guys. I'm on a call with him. He's not like with me in person. Um,
I'm in the middle of something, Mom.
Sorry about that. That was just yeah. Um, so yeah. Um, I'd say it definitely sucks that Square Enix has to do this. I wonder what the future of them is gonna be. To be honest. Uh, what about you, Pattoad?
It would be kind of surprising to see what would happen in the future. Like,
Yeah,
who
like
knows what could happen?
yeah. Do you think like that they'll shut down or something? Like I don't want to think that, but
Who knows? Maybe it would depend on how good the games are.
yeah. I mean, they still got a ton of Final Fantasy games for the Nintendo Switch, and they still got Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't think they're shutting down, but definitely they're definitely going to like I don't know. They're definitely in some trouble right now. Yeah. Moving on. Sorry about that, guys. He's Shazam reshoots to late December. Okay, so yeah, this sucks. I'm since I'm stupid and I didn't quite read that much about this. You know, Shazam the Shazam reshoots to next December. Um, so uh, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if this means like the reshoots extend to like the movie's gonna be done December 2018, or it means that the movie will be out in December of 2019. But again, this is a common problem with these DC movies. All these reshoots and stuff hurt the movie in the long run. What do you think, Pattoad?
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of superhero movies these days are getting their own movie and stuff. I don't really know.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on the reshoots? Because these seem to be hurting a lot of the DC movies. Like as you saw with Justice League, it had many reshoots, and though I'm one of the few people that thought that movie was decent, it definitely did hurt the movie. All those reshoots. So, what are your thoughts on Shazam, a movie that seems all colorful and stuff, and like an actual good movie for the DC universe? What are your thoughts on that getting reshoots?
Well, I mean, it looks very exciting. I think it's gonna look good.
Yeah, like the reshoots are gonna like, I don't know. I hope the reshoots do it good, not do it any bad. Because, like
Yeah,
I
but
said, with it's not just DC though. It's many other movies. Like you can see the reshoots in like Solo. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but hopefully it turns out well. I really want this movie to be good.
yeah,
Everything all right back there, Pattoad?
yeah, I'm good.
Hear a lot of weird noises. Um. So yeah. That is that. How about um so if so those of you that saw my my how to make a Smash Leak video, probably one of my favorite videos I've ever made. Um, I made a second Twitter account just to post fake Smash Leaks, more making fun of the ones that exist. Uh, that Twitter account was suspended. Yeah, I don't know why it was suspended. Pattoad.
Yeah.
Let's hear an explanation from you as to why you think my Twitter account was fucking suspended.
Well, maybe somebody might have hacked into it or whatever.
No, no, that was not likely at all, Pattoad.
Okay.
But you gotta do some talking, Pattoad.
I am talking.
All right, whatever. That was somewhat of a short subject. We got yeah. Uh, um. Now we're gonna talk about something that was that was dropped just today at the time of recording this. Um, the trailer for the Detective Pikachu movie. So Pato, did you watch that?
No, but I heard about it.
Oh, what are your thoughts on just the movie in general? Give me like your full elaborated thoughts. I want to hear you. And I'm sure the
Well, I mean,
listeners.
just the way he looks and like live action is kind of weird, but I'm not really much into like Pokemon or stuff, so I'm not sure if I'm really gonna see it or not.
Yeah, I'm not that big into Pokemon either, but to be honest, I'm actually kind of surprised the trailer didn't act was actually not that bad. Um, they'll find a way to screw it up though. It's a movie based game. Um, sorry about the background noises again. Um, but yeah, uh, the Pikachu does look like shit though.
Yeah.
Uh, it really does. I'm sorry, but he just looks like shit. But you know the with the trailer, it seems like they may be onto something.
Yep.
Like I was able to see some other Pokemon in that trailer, like you're able to see Psyduck and even Greninja and Charmander and Charizard and Dragonite. Yeah, for some reason know like a lot of the Pokemon names, but I don't play the games. It's weird. So yeah, Pattoad, any other thoughts? You gotta give thoughts.
I don't really think so.
Uh, do you think the movie's gonna be good? What do you think is gonna happen in the movie? And what are your thoughts on it just being a Detective Pikachu movie, not like a Pokemon movie? Like, if not just being Pokemon, just Detective Pikachu, a game that was just released in America earlier this year.
Hmm. Well, I wonder what his voice is going to be like and how it's going to be all like set out or whatever.
Oh well, it's like that in the trailer. You'll able to
Okay.
tell in the trailer. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. I'm not quite sure how this is gonna turn out. It honestly has a 50-50 shot. Pikachu does look like shit, and also a lot of the other Pokemon do as well. Um, there was one Pokemon like in one part of the trailer that didn't look like shit. I don't know his name, but yeah, there's that. And speaking of other movie trailers, Toy Story 4. Did you see that, Pattoad?
Yeah, I watched that today.
Yeah, that what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on the new fork dude?
Oh, I think it's kind of weird that Bonnie has made a fork into a toy. I mean, why would you want to do that?
Yeah. Um so apparently this movie is supposed to be like uh what are you trying to find Bo Peep or some shit? Uh
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be more of a romantic story or some shit like that, which I don't know is not necessarily my Toy Story, but the first Toy Story is probably one of my all-time favorite movies I've ever seen and probably like ever made. And I'm really happy that it's getting a fourth movie. Even when I thought that like third was the end, especially
Yeah,
because
I
of
thought
the
that was going to be the end.
especially because of the ending of the third one. Like, holy shit, how do you fucking go from there? But no, they're still going, still going. Yeah, the trailer didn't really say much though. All new it said is just the new fork motherfucker. Um. So yeah, what are your thoughts on just Toy Story 4 in general? I know it's been, I know it's not like a newly announced movie, but like still, what are your thoughts on its existence? And I want to hear. I really want to hear a good explanation.
Well, I mean, considering that it's been 8 years since like the last movie,
As
yeah, I'm just really like interested to see what like Pixar has planned instead of like having like a fork in it. If there's gonna be like more characters instead of a fork, like how the story is going to be like what Woody will be doing in order to find Bo Peep.
mm-hmm. Yeah. I have a slight concern that this movie won't be good because I don't know, part fours, especially like unnecessary part fours. Let's be real. No matter how hype this movie is, and no matter how hype it's gonna be, it doesn't. It's not necessary. I will admit that this movie isn't necessary, but it's it like if it's good, and which it is very likely to be. I probably can't complain, but if like um what the fuck was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I do have a slight concern that it won't be good because unnecessary part fours just don't end up being so great. But then you gotta look at the fact that it's Pixar, who has a really good track record and doesn't have too many bad movies, or at least not so great movies. Like you got Cars 2, you got
Cars 3.
Cars 3 was alright, but definitely not Pixar standards. That you're right.
I mean, I really didn't care for The Good Dinosaur that much.
Yeah,
That
The
was
Good
alright, I
Dinosaur
guess.
wasn't really Pixar-y. Brave wasn't really that great. Other than that, their track record is like outstanding. So like a lot of people don't even like Toy Story 2, but I love Toy Story 2. I think it's a really good movie.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's just not as good as of course the first one or the third one. Uh, but yeah, I'm interested to see how this one turns out. I really hope there are many like somewhat unnecessary movies being made, and how unnecessary, let's say, Solo was really I feel like affected how the movie did in the box office. I really hope that is not the case with Toy Story. I hope it's I hope people go to see it because they like Toy Story. Uh, so yeah, any final comments you have, Pattoad?
I'm really kind of like interested to see what the short is going to be that they play before the movie starts, because
Oh yeah,
Pixar has the short that they have before the movie.
that's right. They always have to have shorts now before their movies. Yeah. Any final thoughts about the movie itself?
Let's just hope that it's good.
Yes. Really want it to be good. All right. Um, and we got some sad news. Um, that also happened today at the time of recording this. Or at least I didn't know about it until today. Um, uh, what was I? Stan Lee. Uh, I'm sure if you're watching or listening this, you know who Stan Lee is. But in case you don't, he basically is the creator of Marvel. Most of the beloved Marvel characters, like Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, yada yada yada, was him. He created them. He passed away today at age 95. It was gonna happen sometime soon, but yeah. What are your thoughts on this?
What?
Come on, Pattoad. What are your thoughts on Stan Lee's death?
Well, I mean, I'm like very upset because he like cameoed in like every single Marvel movie and video game.
Yeah.
He's a great guy, and if he was still alive today, he would continue making the world. He would continue making great comic books for us.
Mm-hmm. Here's what I kind of wonder: what will the future of Marvel be? Like, how is like who's gonna take Stan Lee's place? I don't think anyone can really replace Stan Lee, but who's gonna try?
Well, I mean, I heard that they might make like Leonardo DiCaprio play him or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like one of my friends like saw something online that they might have a few replacements or whatever.
Okay. But like, I don't know. What do you think about the future of like he also died at sort of a big time for the MCU. I mean, this is its 10th anniversary. At least he was there to see the 10th anniversary of the MCU. But you know, he was so close to being there for the end of Phase 3. Uh, but yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, let's just hope that his cameo makes it to Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
And I mean, I wonder what Captain Marvel's cameo is going to be like.
They definitely already finished that movie, but how at the end of what was it? Star Wars: The Last Jedi. How it, in the credits it said like rest in peace, Carrie Fisher, the actress for Leia who died.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna say something like that at the end of Captain Marvel.
Or maybe Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, or both. Uh, Captain Marvel was definitely finished before today. Um, as there's already a trailer for Captain Marvel. But yeah, I can't quite tell you what the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe will be like. It's definitely an interesting topic to talk about, to think about. I'm not quite sure how. Yeah, I'm not sure who will try to take Stanley's place. Like I said, no one. I don't think anyone can really replace Stanley. But who will try? Um, like I don't really know too many people who work at Marvel right now. Like I'm not just talking about their movie division. I'm just talking about just Marvel in general, who can take the role of Stan Lee. So yeah, what are your hopes for the for the future of Marvel, Pattoad?
Hmm. I'm not really sure. Hopefully it'll be good. They'll continue making movies and video games and comics and stuff.
Yeah. Um. Uh. And I just had something to say. Well, what like tributes right now? Like, what things do you have to say about Stan Lee that will? Yeah, what do you have to say about Stan Lee right now? Like that'll tribute to his death.
Hmm.
Like something positive you can say about him. I'll say something. You have to think of something different.
All right.
He was a very talented creator who brought many beloved characters to life, and uh, he will be missed. Now, what about you? You
I'm
gotta
gonna
think.
say great guy. Um. Talented, funny, and just like a very important person in our lives.
Yeah. All right. So we should probably move on. Can you how about tell some people about you and like your YouTube stuff? Like, uh, talk about like I got some questions for you. What's your
Yeah. What's up?
favorite? What's your favorite video you've ever done?
Hmm.
I know.
Um.
I was asked about my favorite video in the last podcast, so I'll ask you about your favorite video.
I'm not really sure. I mean, I have a lot of favorite videos.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, whenever I watch some of my older videos, I kind of cringe a little bit because of my voice.
Oh my god, I always cringe at my old videos. I deleted some of my old videos, but I have a folder with my old
Wow.
videos because I downloaded them, and I think sometime in the future a reaction video to my deleted videos, and that'll be like the only way you get to see them. Yeah, like any video you can think of that is your favorite.
Yeah.
Like I can give you my my out of order top 4. I can't quite think of a top 5, but I can give you my out of order top 4. We got Fuck Shit McDickhead. We got The Technician. We got uh the top 10 characters that need to be in Smash, the April Fool's one, and how to make a Smash leak.
Okay.
Those are probably my 4 favorite videos. Plus, I like a lot of my reading comments videos. I think my latest one, that I did on my own channel, is probably my favorite reading comments. So yeah, can you give me your favorite Pattoad?
Well, I mean, I like doing my DVD openings with my characters. I think that's really fun.
Yeah, no offense, Pattoad, but I can sometimes find that to be a bit cringy. But I can see how you can have fun with that. I used to make videos with plushies and stuff, just doing fights with plushies. I found a lot of enjoyment in those, to be honest. So I can see how you find enjoyment in what you do there. Sorry to interrupt you. Keep going.
Yeah, I also like my unboxing videos and some of my gameplay videos.
Anyone in particular, though?
Hmm. Let me see here.
Oof.
I mean, I like my unboxing of my I don't really know. There's a lot of videos that I like.
Okay. Now, on the flip side, what is like your least favorite video
This is my least favorite video.
that you made? Sorry about those voices in the back.
Um. I have to say my old Minecraft videos because those were just like very bad audio quality. I really hated those videos.
Yeah. I remember I used to make these videos called Tail Stupidity. Those were very stupid. I think I deleted every single one of them, and I don't think I even have it anymore. I don't think I downloaded it. I think it was just like, oh no, just get rid of them. Just get rid of them. Do not even just get rid of them. So yeah, those were definitely really bad. Uh, but like as for ones that still up, I really dislike my first video I ever made. The first one I ever made hasn't been deleted. So it's my classic mode as Mr. Game & Watch in Smash 4. Mr. Game & Watch isn't even my main in Smash 4. It was Shulk. I guess I just wanted to do classic mode as everyone. And I want to start off randomly. I start off with Mr. Game & Watch of all characters, which is weird. But yeah, it's just a bad video. Like I was filming it with my mom's really old iPhone, stacked up on a bunch of games because I didn't have a tripod for a phone, and and there are even some interruptions in the video. It sucks. Either that, or actually no, it's definitely one of my Mascot Wars videos, which is a collab I do with one of my friends who's sadly barely featured on my channel at all, which sucks. I should probably have him in more of my videos. Where I forgot to turn on my mic for the video, and I didn't realize that until I looked at the video about like fucking uh, weeks, maybe even months later. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Should I mention my our new MeCast project, Pattoad?
No, I don't think you did yet.
Should I though?
Yeah, sure.
I think you viewers slash listeners already know. If you watch slash listen to the last podcast, um, uh, if you watch the my fuck shit McDickhead video, you would see that Slash and Gus died. So on the MeCast, uh, though I'm not sure if I should include it in the MeCast, on the MeCast, or on the on my own channel because that's where the fuck shit McDickhead video was. Um, but it'll just be many people mourning the death of Gus and Slash. I got some of the people that did the interviews in the fuck shit McDickhead video to do other interviews. Like I got you in it who took a million tries to get it right, but I actually did use Pattoad. I actually did use one of your takes, and I edited it. I edited it to make it look like it actually fits in. Uh, and we got John Bartholomewson, who his real name is Chris. I know you know who Chris is, Pattoad.
Yeah.
Um, and we got Doug Rodriguez, who I'm still not going to reveal his real name. Uh, uh, Pattoad. He was the person who's just like, whatever the fuck his name is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got him to say something even more fucked up. He talks about AIDS. I mean, if he was talking about a real person saying he hopes he dies of AIDS, that would be fucked up, but like it's someone who doesn't exist in real life. So I mean, yeah, I think it's fine there. So just anything else you want to bring up? Like we still got we still got like about 20, maybe even 30 minutes left. So what else do you want to talk about, Pattoad?
Did you mention anything about the Malawi movie?
Oh, oof, that I actually forgot to talk about that in the last podcast. I think I'm not sure, but even if I did talk about that, I'm still gonna talk about it again because why not? Yeah, it's going through some serious trouble, production trouble. Some people have a tough schedule and are making it unable to attend. Uh, uh, Viewers, listeners, Pattoad is not set to be in this. Sorry, Pattoad.
That's alright.
This movie was announced before I even met you. Yeah, no joke. Yeah, uh, yeah, it's probably not gonna come out till 2019 or even probably 2020. Like holy shit, I don't think this movie's ever gonna come out. Yeah, I really do want to get this movie a reality. It's probably not gonna happen though. At least anytime soon. I have a feeling it will happen at some point. And then there's Project Gus, where uh, you made a reaction video on that trailer, Pattoad. Do you remember?
I think I did.
Yeah, you did. I actually keep watching that. I want to start talking about your reaction videos in a bit, but we got Project Gus, where we're planning on having way more people in it. We're planning on having we're planning on making a much higher production. Maybe not higher production. Maybe it's just gonna be another low budget movie, but it's gonna be like much more effort's gonna be put into it, which is fitting because the low effort one is Maloli's, the more effort one is Gus's. Um, Yeah. Pattoad, you can possibly be in that one. So yeah. Now uh, now to your reaction videos. I kind of do like your reaction videos. Never thought.
Thanks.
Like, to be honest, if there's any videos of yours I'll just binge watch, it's probably your reactions. I don't know why. Especially the ones you make of my videos. Um, so, uh, what else? What else do you want to talk about? We got a lot of time.
Hmm.
Like, any topics? Any recent topics you want to talk about?
I'm not sure.
You gotta think of something. I mean, we can't just end. This is called DPX Talks for about an hour, and we're only about 45, 46 minutes into this podcast. So,
Hmm.
um,
How about Avengers 4? Should we talk about Avengers 4?
I talked about that in the last one, but sure. Well, like, I talked about more like the title, but sure. I guess we can talk about like what can possibly happen. What do you think is going to happen in Avengers 4, Pat Toad?
Hmm.
You saw Avengers
Uh,
Infinity War, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I was seeing it with a bunch of friends. He couldn't see it with us, so he decided to just not see it, and for like a while, it's like, what the fuck you doing? But
Mm-hmm.
um, so yeah, what do you think's gonna happen in Avengers 4?
Hmm.
Well, it's quite obvious what's gonna happen in Avengers 4, but like, how do you, what do you think's gonna go down? Like, like, what do you think the events and stuff are gonna be? And what do you think the future is for the MCU? I mean, we discussed the future of Marvel just as a company, but what do you think about the MCU? Like, let's be real. Obviously, Cap, Thor, Hulk, Iron Man are all gonna die in Avengers 4. Uh, and there'll definitely be people to take their place. Who do you think those people will be?
Well, maybe I'm gonna have to say maybe Ant-Man.
Yeah, definitely Ant-Man. I'd say so.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, probably Captain Marvel.
Uh, I don't know. What do you think?
Um, Ant-Man, Captain Marvel. The four. I'm not quite sure which four, but 4 out of the 5: Ant-Man, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, and Spider-Man. Maybe they can have a big 5 rather than a big 4. Huh. But and they need Star Lord uh
Yeah.
and based on the end of the what was it, the post credits scene of Ant Man the Wasp, where Ant Man was stuck in the quantum realm. What do you think the deal is with that? Like, oof, he got oofed.
Um. Well. Considering that like everyone else like died,
Yeah,
whatever, I'm not sure how he's able to survive.
yeah, no, no. I think like the Avengers are definitely going to be going through the quantum realm to, I don't know, restore people and shit. And they'll find Ant Man in there.
Yeah.
He's fucking stuck there. And what characters that haven't been introduced into the end? Sorry about that sound, listeners and viewers. What do you think? What new characters yet to be introduced into the MCU do you think will be in Phase 4?
Hmm. I'm gonna have to say maybe Daredevil.
No, 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 no. Daredevil has his own show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Uh, um, uh,
He can't
I
think
don't
of
know.
him.
What do you think?
Nova.
Yeah, maybe Nova.
There's like this there's like this Marvel poster right by me as I'm recording right now. So let's see.
I have a
Nova
Marvel poster right by me too.
Yeah, so you can look at that. Nova, maybe Miles Morales, maybe. I don't know. I think there might be some rights issues with that. Not quite sure. Well, honestly,
what about Red Hulk?
Red Hulk would be cool.
Yeah.
Union Jack is an underrated one. Kamala Khan would be cool. Miss Marvel. Yeah, this poster doesn't really help that much. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of possibilities. Not to mention, the Disney Fox merger, which may or may not actually happen. I don't know. I think there's some shit with that, but it may or may not happen. But the Disney Fox merger, um, could introduce some Fox characters, but maybe not for a while. I wouldn't say so. So yeah. Any final thoughts on the MCU?
I don't think so.
Okay, what else do you have for me? Lay it on me. I got a question for you. What's your favorite video game?
What?
What's your favorite game you've played?
I'll have to say maybe New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
That's a good one. Give me your top 5 games.
My top 3.
5 or 3, whatever is easier, really.
All right, top 5. Super Mario 3D Land.
Okay.
New Super Mario Bros. 2.
Okay. Let me guess, it's all gonna be Mario games.
Maybe. Lego.
Oh.
Lego Batman 2.
That's a really good one. I love that game.
Yeah.
That's a classic for me.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
That's a good one. And you already said New Super Mario Bros. Wii. You already said New Super Mario Bros. Wii, so yeah.
Yeah, I did.
And give me your top 5 favorite movies.
Toy Story.
Yeah. Like the first
Shrek.
one? Okay, Shrek is a good one.
Toy Story.
Okay, Shrek's a good one.
First Shrek.
Oh yeah, there's some stuff about Shrek that we should discuss in a bit. But yeah, list your top 5 favorite movies first.
Let's see. I'd have to say maybe Guardians of the Galaxy. I like that.
Yeah, that's really good.
There's just so many good movies that I like.
Mm-hmm. Did you say you really liked Incredibles 2?
What?
Didn't you really say you liked Incredibles 2?
Yeah, I liked Incredibles 2.
Okay. I remember you saying you really liked that movie.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I gave it a 9 out of 10 with no double thinking. I don't regret that choice today. I think it deserves a 9 out of 10. Come on, Pattoad.
And see here. And the first Avengers movie.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah, so about Shrek, memes aside, DreamWorks was thinking of just completely redoing the whole franchise. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it'd be cool to see Shrek back on the big screen with all of his friends and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Your face cam's on.
I know. Maybe I should turn it off. Okay, sorry about that, guys. That was weird. So yeah, explain your thoughts on Shrek and oops, on the Shrek reboot and shit.
I mean, Shrek is like the one that like started DreamWorks for its animation company and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very lovable character. Everyone seems to like him.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I think it's good, really. I was never too big into the Shrek movies, but you know, I think this is a good way to introduce Shrek to new people. The problem is memes. I think Shrek could actually be overshadowed by memes. I can't believe I just fucking
like
said
those
that.
all-star memes.
Yeah, it was holy shit. There was so many. Like, if you even Google search Shrek, um, on Google Images, you won't see any like serious photos of Shrek. You'll just see a bunch of memes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, we got about another 15 minutes, maybe 20.
All right.
So, um, any other questions you have for me?
Not really. I don't think.
Anything you want to talk about? Any game, any movie, anything you want to talk about?
Hmm.
I got one.
What is it?
Kirby Star Allies Wave 3 DLC.
Uh-huh.
Let me just look that up for 1 second. So, sorry about this, like the typing you can probably hear. Let's see. It's Magalore, Adeline, and someone else. I forgot their name. Taranza. Magalore. It's Magalore, Adeline, and Taranza. What are your thoughts on that, Pattoad? Pattoad, what the fuck's going on over there?
I'm drinking water. Jeez.
All right, you know, through the phone, it sounds like you're it sounds like you're choking.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. I'm just thirsty.
Yeah, all right. So it's Taranza, Adeline, and Magalore. What are your thoughts on that, Pattoad?
Well, I mean, it's gonna be like very exciting. I mean, Megalore was originally in Dreamland, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So I mean, it's gonna be exciting to see him in the game again. And as for the other characters, I really don't know a lot about them. So yeah.
Yeah, Adeline, I know was in Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. Taranza, I'm not quite sure when he was in. Oh, let me see. Well, let's see which one he like originally in. Originated in. Oh, and Susie, I think, is also in this one. I'm not. I'm confused now. Susie. Uh, Susie was in Kirby Planet Robobot. So yeah. Well, what else do we got? I actually did skip a few things on a list of stuff I made. How about that Netflix cancels Luke Cage and Iron Fist? I'm sure you've heard about this one. And this is somewhat also old news. I kind of forgot to talk about it on the last podcast. But why not talk about it now? What are your thoughts on this? Like, well, first, I know Iron Fist was poorly received, but like Luke Cage, I hear was well received. I'm not quite sure why they discontinued that. What are your thoughts?
I mean, why would you want to cancel a show that's doing very good?
Exactly. I'm not quite. I don't quite understand why. And then people are thinking that Netflix might now cancel Daredevil, which is on like its third, fourth season, and Jessica Jones, which is also around that number two. Uh, and then those are doing way better than Iron Fist and Luke Cage, to be completely honest. What are your thoughts on that, Pattoad?
I mean, if they're good shows too, then why would you want to that as well?
Yeah. So that definitely sucks. How about let's move on to something that was recently dropped on the Nintendo Switch, and that is YouTube.
Wow, really? How about that?
Yeah, it just sort of dropped out of nowhere, really. Nintendo like accidentally leaked it, and then it's like, oh, we might as well just drop it, really. So they just dropped YouTube on the Nintendo Switch. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, that's incredible. I mean, they already had Hulu.
Yeah, they have
It would be
Hulu.
kind of exciting if they also added Netflix too.
Yeah, that'll be awesome, and Amazon Video. Then they got Amazon Prime Video. Then they got like just about everything, really.
Basically, kind of the stuff that you would get on the 3DS and the Wii U.
Yeah, they need to include like all like the streaming services. Like they also need like Crunchyroll. They need a WWE Network. They need all that stuff that like all the other consoles have access to. Um. So yeah. Like
I think they should add an internet browser.
yeah, definitely they should add an internet browser. Like you can already post stuff on Twitter and Facebook. That's the slightest there is to an internet browser. And then there are leaks and rumors saying that there's going to be a Nintendo Direct this month, the month of November 2018. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, they already had one for Smash, so who knows what will happen in this one?
No, do you think like this will happen? I don't think so. But what about you?
Maybe it might not. It might be like a leak or something like that.
Yeah, it could just be some guy bullshitting. Or
Yeah.
or a girl. I don't want to assume anyone's gender. Uh, and Pato, didn't you just recently see Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah, I recently saw that. It was really good.
Yeah, give like a full review, or at least a short one. I can re-upload
Well, basically, it's like the story about Freddie Mercury forming Queen, how they actually got like together to make songs and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Explain what you liked and what you didn't like about it.
Well, I mean, I liked the songs in the movie.
Yes, that was probably like the best part of the movie.
The one
all
part
the songs.
where he like left the band to be like on a solo career or whatever.
Yeah. And what didn't you like?
I'm not really sure. I mean, like the entire movie was like good.
I say that there are a few unnecessary scenes, like that scene where they were all in drag. I mean, I know that was like a reference to the Break Free song, like that served no purpose in the video. And that's not the only scene. There are a few other scenes, but like I'd say it was a really good movie when I saw it.
I agree.
You can probably watch my review on my channel. What would you give it out of 10? I rate things out of 10, so whenever I ask someone,
I'll give it maybe like a 9 or 9.5 out of 10.
Okay, I gave it an 8.
Okay.
But yeah, if you think it's a 9, then that's cool. Yeah. What else do you have to ask me, or what else do you want to talk about? What other games, movies, anything you want to talk about?
How about Ralph Breaks the Internet?
Ooh, that one looks good.
Yeah.
Fortunately, though, I don't have that much to say about it. Really, it just looks like a solid sequel to Wreck-It Ralph, which I thought was a really good movie. There's a problem with me seeing that though, and it comes out the same day as another movie that I really want to see, and that is Creed 2. They both look really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that movie, Pattoad?
On what?
Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Well, I mean, let's hope that it's better than the first one.
Oh, at the very
really
least,
like
just
to see
as
what Ralph
good,
and
right?
Penelope are like as they explore the internet,
Yeah.
like social media and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think so.
We still got some time. Um. We still got some time, so I'm sure you should be able to think of something else.
Okay.
So come on, Pattoad.
I don't know. That's all I got.
Oh yeah, that's just something that could be you know the person that Mario is named after, Mario Segali. Man, this is such a podcast where we talk about death because Mario Segali, the person who Nintendo named Mario after, has also passed away. He passed away like a week or two ago. I think I mentioned this to you before. Uh, he died. Not quite sure what he died of. I can probably search it up. What are your thoughts on that though, Pattoad? Pattoad? Pattoad,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on Mario Segali's death? Who's the guy that Mario is named after, and based that off of too. Like he always wore suspenders and stuff. So yeah. What do you guys say about that?
I don't really know.
Um, he died October 27th, 2018. So like uh, quite a
So
long.
basically, it's been almost a month.
Well, no, it's been a few weeks. But yeah, he did. He did die, and he was a businessman. He barged into like Nintendo headquarters and demanded he demanded something or some shit. Uh, and like and it was when Nintendo was thinking of a better name for a Jumpman. So yeah, they uh they went to town. So yeah, Pattoad, you still there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. Uh, what are your thoughts on the fuck shit McDickhead thing? Just fuck shit McDickhead in general.
I think he's all right. I guess.
He's alright. He fucking murders people.
He's stupid.
Yeah, he is. He's very stupid. Something I want to talk about very quickly, and
Alright.
it's that Nintendo's new game, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, uh, has been pissing off many people. What are your thoughts on that, Pattoad?
Well, I mean, it's kind of basically like Pokemon Go, but on like the Switch. Sorry about my voice.
It's alright, keep going.
Yeah, like I was saying, it's kind of basically like a console version of Pokemon Go that you can like go like anywhere, like you would actually in the game.
Sorry about those clickings. Yeah.
What are your thoughts about the Pokeball Plus?
I think it's like cool to have if you're a Pokemon fan like Chris is. He's probably gonna adore that. But it just seems like no big deal for me, really. Then there's actually another thing I want to talk about that's actually really cool and has me a bit excited actually, and that is Nintendo renews the Banjo-Kazooie trademark. Well, that's actually crazy to think about because Banjo-Kazooie was basically the mascot of Rare, who was basically a part of Nintendo, and Rare was bought out by Microsoft, and therefore Banjo-Kazooie is now owned by Microsoft. But Nintendo renews the trademark for Banjo-Kazooie, meaning that they have access to the trademark. Not to mention, Nintendo and Microsoft, despite being like competition, are like are good friends. So, what are your thoughts on this, Pattoad?
What are my thoughts? Well, I mean, I really don't know a lot about Banjo Kazooie, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, but like this is about okay. Think about this: Nintendo renews the trademark of let's say, for example, Tetris, which is a franchise that they once had ownership to, and now they don't. Just replace Tetris with Banjo Kazooie. Now, what are your thoughts?
Basically, kind of like a puzzle game or whatever.
What? No. I mean, like, what are your thoughts on Nintendo renewing the trademarks for a game that they don't have, like, ownership to anymore?
I think it's really cool that they're renewing it, and they're making fans a whole lot happier.
Yeah. So that could mean that not only do we have a Mario game, a Mario Kart game, a Mario Party game, a Smash Brothers game, a Zelda game, a Metroid game, a Splatoon game, a fucking Star Fox, not really actually, a Kirby game, a Pokemon game, a Fire Emblem game, a Xenoblade game, and others that I'm missing, plus a Banjo-Kazooie game. That'll be fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I think that wraps it up for today. Pattoad?
Yes.
I think that wraps it up for today.
All right, I agree.
So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being on here, Pattoad.
Sure, no problem. Glad to be here.
Yeah, if you're listening to me, those of you that are listening right now, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to me. It's DPX Solo. If you're watching me on YouTube right now, go to Podbean and follow me there and listen to my podcasts. No, I don't charge you for listening to them. You can just listen to them. All right, so take care, guys.